All right, good morning. Got my coffee. I use the Flair 58 espresso machine and the, what do they call that? The Breville steamer, stovetop steamer. All right, now it is 9:21. I got a little bit of a late start today. Let's take a look at the chart, see where we're at. First, actually, let's look at the game plan to see if it's out. No game plan yet. It usually comes right at the last minute. Okay, so our trade ended up working out yesterday, and it was based off these trend lines and everything in the four-hour fair value cap here. Looks like we've dipped down into it, and this I don't think is any relevant anymore. Pick up some of these. We did not make new highs. Go ahead and take this off. We're still in this fair value gap. We react off this support zone, support/resistance zone. This is our larger overarching trend line here, as you can see, and so that's still in play. It seems to be reacting off that. We have come down in this 4-hour fair value gap quite a bit, and at some point we're probably going to, so here we went past the 4-hour fair value gap. We shot back up. Here we're down in it almost to the bottom end of it, and we're probably going to shoot up at some point. So I kind of lend towards upside, and let's get our session markers going. This is yesterday. So we have our London low here. This got taken out, by the way, yesterday, so we'll get rid of that. But first we'll do our London low here. I'm using red. That's my London color. We got a London high here. We'll get rid of this one. We have our Asian low here. That I mark as yellow. Not that it really matters, but I like to have fun with it. And then we got the current New York low here. We got the Asian high here. Previous day. US high. And then we got that previous day. US. Okay. So we got those marked out. Turn that off. Now we're going to look at our 15-minute 8 o'clock range open for the break and retest, which is this one here. So the 15-minute candle, basically mark that. And use glue. A little orange here. Look open. Price is currently above it. It is underneath, I believe, the support resistance zone. So, question is, at 9:30 when the market opens, where's this price going to go? Okay, we've already dipped way down into here. I think if it goes up, it could go. There's a lot of play to the upside here. Could it dip down and grab these first? That's a good question. Let's look at our basic trend so far where we're at. We have 3 minutes until market open. Let's see what it knocks out. High, low, or lower, high, lower. So we're still making a downtrend. If we look at price here, we made a higher low, but then we have not made a higher high yet. So we are still currently in a downtrend in the 4-hour time frame. And we could, at this point, if we basically cross this high here, then that will give us 1, support, and 2, it will give us a new higher high. So we're gonna mark out that. Mark that as orange dash line. So that's what we're looking for. Now let's zoom in. The 1 hour. 1 hour. We have if we cross this one, we make a new high, but we're currently still in a kind of lower high, lower low pattern, but we're on our way up there. Bump down into the 15-minute here. So we're kind of in a little bit of a pullback, but then we just did make higher highs. So I could see it coming out of this range. We are getting the test at this moment. It is 9:30. I'd say let's take a good look at this, but we're going to be going long today. I'm going to see if it crosses below this equilibrium here. We are kind of in an upcycle here. We have equal highs. It's going to want to take out those equal highs. I'd say we're going to buy. We're going to buy. We could wait for like a little bit of a I got my live limit there. Let's see what happens if the chops are on. Yep, we need to be getting in there. we're in it. Not, I should have got in it sooner, but at this point, I don't think we're, if we get above that, we're not gonna see the price come down again. I'm okay with it here though. I'm gonna take below this support zone. That's 112 bucks. That's a long way down, but I think the price is gonna go quite a bit up. At least to here. So if we make the new high get above the support zone, we could retest, and if I was trading on a prop firm with more capital, I probably could catch that, but right now I can only trade with one account. So we are getting close. We still got 11 minutes. Let's get 5 minutes. Now we could see how much we want to go. If we used this as RP, and we would just want to get 20 points. That's kind of the RP break and retest model. That would be a nice trade for today. Maybe I should do that, but let's get where actually this is. I'll make it only 15 points. So I did miss out on a bit of that, but I think it's gonna go up, and then we had our midline. We're at 3 to 2. That's kind of like the RP method, but I think we would be waiting for a retest. We saw that it was an upward trend, did not break the midline. It will probably want to pull back and retrace. But I'm keeping my stop loss down. I might even move it if I need to. Basically, I got it set as just a catch-all, but it's almost like no stop loss at this point because it has nothing to do with my risk-reward ratio. See what the game plan says. Futures game plan on the RP Profits futures game plan here. Plan for today. The first thing I'm looking for is breaking retest New York Open. I want to see what direction it breaks out to. If we break out to the upside, I will take longs targeting Asia high and potentially leaving some runners. If we break out up to the downside, we'll be looking for 10 points at London low. If we close below the Asian low at 64, I'm expecting more downside. I will be looking for shorts if we can get reverse pullback. I'm also going to be looking for shorts off of a rejection of the Asian high. If we don't reject the Asian high and we are in a clear uptrend, if we don't reject the Asian and we're clear uptrend, I may take some longs if we get a pullback. So Asian high is here. We are pulling back. This is going to probably be the retest, if it tests at all. But we did close above this, and so we are now in an uptrend. So we've kind of created an uptrend in the 4-hour. It is reacting off that level. Okay. Will it completely take out this? I mean, this is not necessarily a support zone, it's more of a resistance zone. But we did break above this, and it is starting to retrace. This is the retest. So we haven't quite retested, but we might expect a impulsive move up after it tags this top of the zone here. I did not look at news today. Let's see, what's the futures chat saying here? So someone's taken. Wow, someone took that little micro scalp and got 825 bucks. I don't think that's what we want to be looking for. Okay, we have tested. I was a little late to the game, so I was not prepared, but I basically missed out on 5 points of that move. But I do feel like it's going to go up. All signs seem to point to that direction. This is on the 1 minute clear break and retest here. I want to get back above the support zone again. It is kind of do have resistance here. Okay. Got my Katy Perry shirt on that we made. GPDD Etsy store. We went to the concert. It was a lot of fun. Bonnie's never been to a big concert like that before, so it was a good stage show. I had like infinity staging around in the middle of the arena. So a lot of people are out of this break and retest already. I mean, how? I don't know what they're doing. But if they did that break and retest, they could have gotten points. I mean, I don't know. I still think we're looking at something more like this. To be honest with you, I feel like it's going to be more like this. It's on the way to all-time highs. I mean, this is what it's going to be at some point in the future. And then even further than that. I mean, it's going to be up here at some point when it makes even higher. So but a realistic move today. I mean, we had this move. This would have covered that point. So you never know. We did have some good trade news with South Korea. Trump talked to South Korea. Let's look, check the Forex. 10 o'clock, we got some news. I mean, I think news is probably going to be good, to be honest with you. Okay, so you got quite a bit of news coming up. Should see some volatility. But overall, so we got 1 minute and 30 seconds in this 15-minute candle. In the 5-minute, not necessarily a strong open, but it is a break and retest, and it is closed above the zone. We could retest again potentially, but we have a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candle pattern going up there. We're currently above, and we look like we're going to close above that line here. This is the basically, let's see, still got 15 minutes. 15 minutes into okay, there we go. 15 minutes into 4 hours. So we really we do to confirm, you got 15 minutes until this is closed above. Looking good though. It's looking good. I mean, I don't see, I guess price could come down, but it's already come down twice and taken out a lot of this 4-hour fair value gap liquidity. There's a lot of liquidity to the upside. Hey girl, kitty. We could expect a retrace here, come down and touch again and go back up. Could think about repositioning, but I think it's just going to go up. We do have higher highs and higher lows on the 1 minute, on the 5 minute, on the 15 minute, on the 1 hour, okay, we could retest here again. I could have been more patient maybe, but it could have moved as well. Could have moved. We had the retest. the stream here. Hopefully we don't pass this midline here. That's a little bit of an indication that things might be changing in the other direction. If we pass this midline here. So we don't want to see that. This is like another retest. We did have a strong candle close above it. And then the retest, it basically is now starting to reject off that midline, which is what we want to see. We did break a 5-minute low. That is a little bit of a signal trend or direction change. We have basically equal bottoms on this. That would have been a nice entry, but that would also been a little bit of an indication that things are reversing. Okay, we've got a strong push down. Let's see if there's anything going on. U.S. stocks inch lower. Okay, we are heading right down at this point. You might want to take out this U.S. low here. Big move down, but we'll see if it holds. I had a nice trade yesterday. I was in a little early, so I got stopped out first time, but then it did go in my favor. And so I had 2 trades yesterday. Made $100 on one and lost $28 on the other, so about $75. At this point, if my stop loss is here, I'm still at a 4-to-1 if I hold out. I feel like the volume is on the bullish side of this range, though. I'm in the trade now. I think we just need to see how it's going to play out. I mean, overall, I guess we could be looking at trend reversal. We do have a lower high here and a lower low on the 4-hour, but we are currently in an uptrend. But on the daily, you know, we kind of have a lower high, lower low. Would not be surprised as well if we did come down all the way to this zone here. Trend line could come down to this trend line. If it did, then I'd probably re-enter here, and then I would be in a better position to go for the ride up. And so we're still pretty good. It was a bit of a test, did not make it to that New York low there. Still early. Candlewicks reaching up there. So as you can see, we still have higher highs, higher lows on the 1 minute, 5 minute. So the one thing I could have done differently is waited for that retrace. It should always try to get on the retrace. That was obviously better probability, better advantage. It makes your stop loss is better. And so I did jump in a little premature today. But we're now moving up again. I think because of the it's gonna move now. I feel like it's gonna move. We came down, and then here's basically our trend reversal. We're right at the start of our trend reversal. And we've already confirmed it on the 15 minute. We have 5 minutes to go on this hour. Two hour and the 4 hour. And so the 4 hour, basically, we're looking at this close in 5 minutes to see if we actually change direction here. So technically on the 4 hour, I can delete this. Technically, we hadn't earned that little badge there. We are waiting 4.5 minutes. We are up in this trade, however. Four minutes. Starting to retrace back down. Still got 3 minutes to go on this candle. A little choppy today. Looking for another retouch. Now we do see this resistance starting to form here. Okay, so we got some resistance here. she punch through it, then that will be good. Two minutes left. Strong push down now. We're still, I guess, technically in the downtrend. That could have been another indicator on my trade today, waiting for that 4-hour confirmation. Basically, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 retests of this New York Open. Okay, pushing back up. We got 46 seconds left. I'd love to see it go yellow. Getting a lot of pushback. Bit of a tug of war going on right now. We're kind of caught between this support and resistance zone. $17 seconds. Let's see what happens. Pushing up. We got wicks on both sides, but oh, okay, so we're pushing up. Didn't close above it, but we did get above it there with this next one. We got another hour for this to close, another 4 hours for this to close. So we haven't really got that trend change technically yet. It may take off and it may seal the deal, but on the 4 hour, we haven't quite got that trend change yet. We've got it on the 15 minute, but then we've quickly retraced and took out that. So there we go. Hopefully it'll punch above this resistance here. This is where I should have had my entry, if at all. I mean, technically, I guess we're still. Oh, I thought I decided that. No, we are in an uptrend. Down, up, down, up. Technically, I think are in an uptrend. Depends on if you count wicks or bodies. We could change it to the character meter here. We did close above it earlier. United States of direction here. You see that close above there. Two minutes left on this one. Still got higher highs and higher lows here. Wonder if I should actually get out and see if I can get a better entry. If it punches above this, that's where I think it's gonna let loose and move up. Looking good there. We kind of need this 15-minute to close above to really show that there's buying pressure. There we go, that's nice. Slap back down, okay. Little uncertainty here. Overall, is this an A+ setup? Well, I don't know that this is an A+ setup. We've basically taken down this whole fair value gap. We could see it come down again. I mean, it could totally wipe it out. Could come down to this New York low and trend low here, like it has done in the past. I don't know if I'm liking it completely. We are in an uptrend. We are having trouble getting past this little pocket of resistance. If we look back, a lot of interaction. We're looking like we're in part of a retrace here. 15 minutes. It's gonna come test again, I believe. It's really fighting here. Guess I could be doing a little work.
I'm gonna go to the gym.
10 o'clock. Okay. Let's see what kind of trends we're forming here. Bit of a trend here. Looks like this way. Price once it gets here, it might want to reject off, and so that would put us at smaller take profit. Push up. Okay, we broke through. Okay, so we broke through that little trend line here. See if it pushes through. I mean, I think technically we could say that it broke through at this point. It's not a candle body close, which you like to use that for extra confirmation, but it we are above that high, and I think it does warrant that trend change here to the upside. What kind of volume there? We have a lot of buying volume here. That's good. Judging off this trend, I could potentially bring my trend line up, or my stop loss up to something like this. This would give me below this New York low, which is a target, and it would be below the trend line, and it would be below the New York open range. We minimize my loss by a bit. So that would take us, if we did quarter one, we can take us to about there. This one seems to be not so relevant anymore. It is actually supporting it a little bit here. Maybe I can make an adjustment. It is a little bit of a support and resistance zone. It's more of a line though, isn't it? Zone. Okay, now we're coming down. Waiting to see the breakout from this trend zone range here. Good morning, whoever's in there. Let me know in the chat what you're here for. If you're trying to learn day trading, or who it is, someone I know maybe. Say hi. Don't be shy. Right now I'm in a trade. I was a little late in the position, but just to break down my overall strategy here, in the 4-hour time frame, we broke structure and we are now in a bullish market on the 4-hour time frame. We had a nice trade yesterday that took us down into this 4-hour fair value gap. And now we're looking at these trend lines here for some sort of breakout. Okay, we're scratching out the door here. If we can get out of this range, I think we'll take off. we're looking pretty good here. Nice movement upwards at this moment. We had the retrace here. We'll probably get another retrace maybe before it completely takes off. We're looking for a nice impulsive move out of this range here. I think if it does take off, then it's going to be, it's going to run for quite a while, hopefully. We got our stop loss down below this trend line zone here. We've already touched it twice this morning. We are towards the upside of this zone, so it would have to be a really strong move to bring it down at this point, which we're kind of trailing off on our volume. Volume is not really that high at the moment, so I'm just hoping we can just drift upwards. We're getting through this resistance pocket slash support here. So if we get above there, that's a good indication that we'll stay above it. Okay, so now we're pushing above. We want this candle to close above, and we want to start a new candle above this region here. We're on a 5-minute time frame at the moment. Okay, we're getting pushed back down. Okay, this is support and resistance. Okay. Didn't quite make it on that push there. Bit choppy, but we do got pretty consistent price action at this moment. Good morning there. Let me know in the chat where you're coming from, what you're here for. Do you know me, or are you just a passerby? We are in a trade at the moment. We're at the upper part of our trend line range here in the green. We are trying to get above this support and resistance zone here. We are sitting above this support zone, and we are above the opening zone of the break and retest strategy. So I wouldn't be surprised if we even came down and retested this again. We've done it twice today. We're up 35 bucks at the moment, or $13.50 at the moment. I'm only trading $5 contracts on the micro ES because I'm doing a paper trading account, and it's I have funded it in a simulation for 5K, and so because it's only 5K in the account, the available funds are limited. So you have a $3,200 margin and $1,300 available funds, so you can only trade one contract at this point until you build the account up. So I'm kind of simulating what it would be like to fund my own account and to see if I could successfully do that. It is a slow process to build up your own account with your own funds, but I think it's a good practice. The other option would be to go the prop firm account way, which is basically pay a fee. Oh, that's a nice move up now. Pay the fee, and then you have to be profitable. If you're not profitable, you lose your account. You got to start over again. But it's a good way to stay on the straight and narrow. It has very strict rules. Otherwise, you'll basically lose and you got to start over again. But if you are successful, then it's a good way to you have basically more leverage in your trading to make more money quicker and potentially build up your own account by getting payouts from that account. if that makes sense. Let me know in the chat if that makes sense. Okay, we now broke above our little trend zone here. That's looking good. I'm liking that. We are kind of starting a new trend zone. So I'm just going to let this ride. We're up 38.75 at the moment. This is for educational purposes only. I'm learning myself. I'm doing this live stream as like a video log, a journal of my trades to kind of see where my successes were, where I needed to retune my strategy. But as you can see, we're now going to probably take these Asian highs here, and there may be a bit of a pullback of this Asian high, and then we might take profit here, take the pullback. It could keep going right through it. But we see some nice movement finally. As you see, we finally broke through this trend line here. So I'm going to get rid of this. I think this other one's still in play. This one is potentially still in play too, so we might reject off of here as well before continuing up. Because of this trend range here, I might think it might just plow on through this Asian high here. So that's the thing. If I had more leverage in my account, then I could have like a better strategy for taking profit as I go. This might be a take profit zone, but I'm kind of all in with the one contract. So ultimately, I think at some point it's going to move in a really big way, and it's probably going to take these highs up here. Either that, or we're making lower highs and lower lows. You can see on the 4 hour, we actually touched this trend zone range on the daily. We did it a few times. There's these pockets of support as well. But if you look on the 4 hour, you can see we're in this trend upwards. Now it is starting to kind of trend reverse in a way, but I don't think we've gotten to the top yet. I think we will come up if we do start to make a little pullback on a daily time frame. We're gonna want to make new highs first, and yeah, so I think things are shaping up for a little bit of a bull run today. Let me know in the chat where you're coming from. If this is interesting to you, if you're learning how to trade futures, if you know how to trade futures and what I'm doing is horseshit, then let me know. But so far today, I think I've read this right. see if we reject off of this or not. We kind of have a little other trend going here. So this yellow line was the trend reversal line, so I think we're pretty well above that. We'll get rid of that. We have this support resistance zone here. We're now above this resistance and support zone here. We're looking to make new highs, or new take out this Asian high rather. And we're still working our way out of this 4-hour fair value gap that we made on the way up here. So we pulled back into it and basically covered the whole 4-hour fair value gap, and then we saw this retrace, and then we're hoping it's going to push up. We're going to take out all these highs. So I've tightened up my stop loss to underneath this today's New York low, and then below the New York range open. It kind of invalidates our trade if that goes below there. Plus, I'm below this trend line now. I could potentially even trail up this trend line, the point of here, if I wanted to. I think that's a little more risky because it could come back down below there, so I'm going to keep it like it is. So we're kind of on the top end of this range. We still have a 3-to-7 risk reward ratio if it makes it all the way up here. I don't know that it will do it today. It may go on a crazy run. It did that a few days ago here. You'll see what made that crazy run going up. It's in the process now of potentially, I mean, it could be a retrace down again, but it's what it's looking like is it's going to make another run up, create another fair value gap, maybe towards the end of the day or tomorrow. But that's what I'm looking at. The market is still trending up. Like if you go to the daily here, you see it's on this uptrend. I don't know why my chart doesn't do that, but you see we had a little pullback here in April, but then we made our way up again. So the market tends to want to go up. You see it had some dips down here, but you see this basically impulsive move up, creates a fair value gap, and then we retrace into it. Who's in the chat there? You gotta let me know. Who's in the chat? Is this making sense to you? Corey, if that's you, or Reed, if that's you, let me know. So you'll see on the 4-hour time frame, you create these 4-hour fair value gaps, which are 4-hour fair value gap is the space between wicks. So basically we had this one here, got traded back into at some point, and then it kind of goes like that. You get this one here, and then it got traded back into a couple times. So we're currently in the it got traded back into phase of what's going on here. Got another one here. Typically, if you inverse a fair value gap, you would basically be looking for a trend reversal, and it kind of did for a period. You know, it was going up and then it kind of made its way down. So if it completely goes through it, then you're looking at maybe a trend reversal. But then you see there's another one here. Another one here. So you see they get traded back into. So flash forward to today. This is a fair value gap here, a big one, and it got traded into, almost totally traded through it. Is that making sense in the chat? Let me know. And then you see this trend line change, this range here. We've kind of been dancing around this range throughout the day. So we just touched the top end of it. We're coming down, but we're also above this support and resistance zone. So this little gray bar is support resistance, this is support resistance. So as long as we don't break through to the bottom side, we're, I think, in good shape to keep going up. We still have this Asian high to take out, but we are being held back by this top of the range, this trend zone at this point. And then we also have another trend zone up here. So part of me, I don't know, should I go for the long play here, which is because we got a lot of liquidity to take out up here as well. We are in an uptrend overall, at least in the 4-hour time frame. So you kind of don't want to go against the market. For those break and retesters, I got in late. I could have gotten into the trade here, but it ended up, I got in too late. And so when the market opened, it was down here and then it shot up. So I really was not prepared this morning. But I got into it here, but if for the break and retesters, we would have gotten to 11 points, which, you know, that's not a big, it's not a big haul. You kind of want to shoot for 20 points, because if you would take this, I mean, say that was your target, you want to have at least a 3-to-1 stop loss. So if we did that, you saw it would have taken out the stop loss. So you really need to shoot for a little bit higher reward. Now I do think overall it's probably going to go there, but it's less likely as time goes by. So maybe if I would have done something like this, oops, I don't want to do that. If I were to take my say for instance, I go for 17 points. To get to a 3-to-1, would have gotten stopped out. Well, actually, no. Do it here. We're going to here, and we're going for 3-to-1. So I could put my stop loss here, just below the New York, and that would have been a pretty good trade. I think we would have gotten to this zone here, which I believe is it's a little bit of a resistance zone, but it's more of a support zone. But it's a point of interest, like an area of interest. And price might react off of that, so I think that would be a reasonable play at this point, judging by what we're seeing. That would have been a little over 3-1, so 20 target, but we got in late today, so we're basically in the trade here. And if we had our stop losses there, that would have been stopped out. So we're here, entries there. We want to get our risk reward to at least 3 here, which would be this Asian high. I think that's doable. It may not all happen today. It may go through the night, but I've been practicing letting things go through the night. I did lose quite a bit of money the other day doing it this way, but right now my risk is only $57, and the reward, if I let that play out, would be $168. I think it's very reasonable. It's not even all-time highs. It could even go past that. We have this indicator here. It's basically saying on a 15-minute time frame we're in a bullish pattern. I don't know that the indicator really helps me too much. You got the volume up here. We're currently in on a 15-minute time frame candle. We're in a bit of a bearish move here. But overall, you can see that we've been a lot of green here. So we've been pretty bullish for the most part. A little choppy. But we started off strong. I think we might even come down. Looks like we're going to make our way down to this trend line at some point in the day. Hopefully continue to go back up. We broke through our little support zone. But we have another little support zone here. So, but it might be kind of trapped in this region. We made a change of state and character, or state of direction rather. So when that happens, it doesn't matter as much on these lower time frames as it does higher time frames, but it is a little bit of an indication that the trend is changing a little bit. All right. Got the Katy Perry custom t-shirt we made here. Check it out on our Etsy store. Baby girl got a lot of compliments on her outfit. And a lot of people, maybe 10 plus people saying they like her outfit. Like she's a celebrity. Okay. Still in that chat. I appreciate you. Who's watching? You gotta let me know. What's your name? Where you coming from? If this is something that's interesting to you. I mean, the reason why I'm trying to learn this skill is to have like a little bit of a side hustle, and I think it is learnable. You see a lot of YouTubers that are very successful doing it, and I figured, well, I got the camera and the equipment here, so I might as well just start live streaming it to journal my own trades, and it's just for practice right now. This is not real funds, but I'm working up to it, so in the future look to see me either do a funded account with a prop firm or self-funded at some point. Let me know if you have any questions. If you're confused on what's going on, I'll try to explain the best of my ability. I've only been trading now for, I guess, a few months. I'm in the RP Profits Discord and been learning a lot there. Pretty good community if you want to check that out. And then I also, I've been watching a lot of other videos independently to kind of build my toolkit to understand where the market wants to move, and so far I think it seems to be serving me and making a lot of sense. So it took a little bit of trial and tribulation to get to the point I'm at now, but I think that in just 3 months I've learned a lot, and I'm starting to apply those principles and seeing some success. So I've already passed 2 Apex funded account evaluations, which is a bit of a milestone as well. I did blow those accounts and realized that I needed to go back to a paper account to really hone my skill a little bit more before I moved back to the real deal. But for those of you who are beginners, there's a lot going on in my chart, which is probably a little messy and confusing, but it's what I'm working with. For those who don't know, candles and the candle bodies and the wicks are indication of the price moving. So there's different time frames. For instance, on the 1 minute time frame, each candle is worth 1 minute time. On the 5 minute, well, this candle is worth 5 minute time. So it's kind of basically, what do they call that? It's like not Fibonacci, but it's basically scalable. And for my yellow candles here, that signifies a bullish candle, which means the price started at the bottom of this body here and went up and down. The wick shows that it went down temporarily and then went back up. It went up to this, created this up wick, went down and settled here and closed at 5 or 15 minutes at the top part of this body. So this wick is the whole entire range of the travel of the price. The bottom part of the body is where it started and the top part is where it ended. And inversely, if you look at the bearish candle, which is purple, it's the same. It started here and then ended up closing down, which the wick. So for instance, this one we got, say this one here, if we go to the 5 minute, it should be 3. So this 5 minute candle started here, went up, down, and then ended here. This one then started here, went down, up, down, and then ended here. And so that this 3 makes 115, and you see the range. So that's kind of a basic understanding of the candlestick anatomy. Now, one thing that happens with the candlesticks and wicks is you create what they call fair value gaps, which I just discussed. But here on the 4-hour time frame, meaning that this is a 4-hour candle, it took 4 hours from the start of this candle to the end of this candle. And it created what they call a fair value gap. So this wick here and this wick here, I must have moved it at some point. The top and bottom range of this wick, I want to lock in here. So you see the bottom of this wick. I'm going to walk it. And we created this fair value gap, which means there's liquidity there. And you see price wanted to trade back into it because it moved so fast. Initially, there's a lot of unfilled orders here, whether it be stop losses or market limit orders, or there's a lot of unresolved buy and sell orders here. So that's why over time price wanted to come down and trade into it, suck up that liquidity, and then continue moving in one direction or the other. If it were to completely go through this, typically that kind of shows a trend in reversal, that it comes in, takes liquidity, and then it inverses the fair value gap and then keeps going down. But here we see that it almost took out the whole thing, sucked up, and then now it's starting to go back up. And then you can do that on every time frame. So this is a 2 hour, and it's basically the same fair value gap, but 1 hour, do it in 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes, a smaller fair value gap because you had more candles moving. So now we're looking at this, and the other part of what the way my strategy I've been using is these trend lines. So if I go on the higher time frame, you see these trend lines, and that's basically these multiple touch points that create this line that it touches, and then price reacts off of it. So there's a lot of orders there, and then you can do a top and bottom. You can see that this trend is starting to change a little bit and create a funnel, and probably is either going to change direction or break through it in some way or the other. So that's trend line. And the other part I've been using is the ICC concept, support and resistance. So you see, I don't know why this one is there for, be honest with you, but that's a fair value gap. Get rid of that. So let's see, is that a fair value gap? What is that? Not sure what this one was for. This was a support zone. We see there was some support here. Basically, this is the area where it rejected and reacted off there, and then you could say that for basically on the top end of these trends as well. We got a little bit of a, as you see, resistance zone here, a few touch points of resistance there and support, and then we had another one here. So we look for these areas to react off of. And then you also have basically trend lines, or not trend lines, but markers for session lows and highs, which are key session range or key areas of liquidity that price likes to go towards. So today we've actually taken out this one. This is a London high. Let's see, this is not what we want there. Let me tighten this up a little bit. This is basically support, resistance zone. So we hope like price reacts off of here. It will support it and then continue moving up. This is about where our entry is. So if it goes below it, we'll be in the red. But price could come all the way down here and touch this New York open again throughout the day. It doesn't seem like it's breaking out like we really hoped. The other thing you got to worry about sometimes is these very impulsive moves, market moves and manipulation that could make strong wicks down and stuff. All right, this could be the bottom part of our trend. I'll put trend for this complete. There's also this little trend I see here. It did break through it once here, but overall we see it being supported at these levels more than once. That's a good sign. It is kind of creating a price funnel, which at some point once it gets to these levels, if it breaks through, it tends to have an impulsive move one way or the other. All right, so we're gonna let this run. We're up $30 at the moment. We're still trending in the direction we want to go. We're hoping for a big move sometime throughout the day, but overall, nothing to do at this point, so I'm gonna call it quits.